Yeah, hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. Let's talk internet computer. My name is Javier Arroyo, marketing contractor as Definitive Foundation. Today is our first episode, and we have the pleasure to having with us one of the best builders metaverse on the space. There's a game developer, metaverse architect, 3D engineering, and for sure like award-winning metaverse architect. Surely many of you know him. His name is Faraz Mobin. Welcome, Faraz.
Hey everybody, and yeah, thank you for that great introduction, Javier.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that's true, right? You are the winning.
Again.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, thank you, Faraz, to join us to the channel. Let's talk ICP, and share with us your knowledge and your experience, and yeah, let's us get to know about you a little bit more better. Yeah, first of all, I would like to share with everybody and know more about you, about your origins and roots, Farad. You live in Dubai, right?
Yeah, I live in Dubai, and I also work over here I work in Dubai Police. But like I work in their virtual training center, so like I'm doing like some everything that's it's like related more to the police stuff, but like I can't share more about that information what it is, but I can just say like I'm working over there. So yeah.
Wow, sounds great. Okay, but you are originally from India, or you were born in Dubai, or where are you from exactly?
I am from India, but I have stayed my entire life in the Gulf. Like I think I like even from the start, like I did my schooling and everything in like Oman. That's like Sultanate of Oman. It's like a 4-hour drive from here, and then from there on, I think I might have spent maybe 3 or 4 years of my life in India. But then after that, again I came back over here because I got an offer from like Dubai Police, which is like the best police in this region, and they have like a lot of, and they're actually very straightforward, like towards and they're like forward thinking towards a lot of technical stuff. So I saw that as a good opportunity.
Nice. Which city you were born in India?
I was born in Delhi, but I don't like. I guess I didn't stay there that long when I was born. Yeah.
That's your entire life in Dubai. It sounds really really nice. Yeah, and yeah. Also, you started as a teenager your career in on the game sector, right? On the game, you're a gamer, I think, in the beginning, and how you become to be like one of the best metaverse architect in the world. And if it's possible, yeah, if you can explain us what is your background a little bit, and your path from the beginning, and how you going your career during these years. Yeah, just if you can share with us a little bit more about your
Sure.
background.
Sure. Like what it started like, usually just for like any other kid, where you see a video game for the first time, and then you don't understand what's happening, but you get like there is some sort of like, I know like few people, they don't find it that like they like the aspect of winning with others as more like as more part of the game. For me, it was a different thing. When I saw the game, I mean, I don't know if this is a real thing or not, like, but even when I was small, when I saw the game running on a CRT, I think that was at that time I saw Doom running on like, I don't know, 12-inch or something. I didn't see it like a flat screen, I mean, when you see a video game running on a TV or something, you see it like a flat, like it's like a flat image, right? I kind of saw it like that screen was a window, and I'm looking, like I can look inside, and there's another world beyond that monitor. And because like, I mean, again, I couldn't understand like how is like I actually saw the game. I saw like in Doom you have a guy running with a gun, and he's running into like, he's running like into the depth. So I didn't understand, like I was like, why, how is he running in there? Like, is there another world in there? So obviously with time I did understand, okay, like this is something called like, this is 3D graphics, and this is a different kind of world, like how it's created. So it's almost like, yeah. And then I did understand the idea. Even now when I'm working, I don't treat my screen as like a 2D thing. It's almost like I'm looking into a window, and
Wow. Okay.
the other side of the window there is a 3D world, like almost like there is a depth behind my screen, and I'm working, and
Yeah.
it looks, I know it sounds strange, but
No,
when
no.
you think,
Yeah, when you
yeah,
have when you have passion for something, you go farther and you see other things that other people cannot see. Like you only, maybe other people like see the game and how it works and everything, but you go farther and you can see, hey, why is like behind the scenes, or how can the characters move, or the scenarios and everything, and that's something super fascinated. Yeah.
exactly. And this is back in 1992 or something. I mean, at that time the graphics were not that great, but
Mhm.
for me they were insane. I mean, like when I saw Doom, I was like, wow, look at those graphics. Those are pretty awesome. They look so realistic. And with over time, you can see the games how they look right now. So there, and that got me, like instantly that got me. And then I if you talk to any 3D artist,
Mhm.
the very first thing he makes is gonna be a gun. I don't know why that happens. And then he's gonna make a car, like,
Oh.
3D car. So I did all of that. So that, just to learn like
Mhm.
how these things are created, because it's a little bit difficult to wrap. And just remember, around that time there weren't any schools that were giving you the like, now you can, like, you can pretty much get an online education of how to make games or anything like that. Back in 1995, or I don't even remember when I started all this stuff. I think around that time there weren't any schools, there weren't any, I didn't find any, like, a lot, there weren't too many, helping,
Yeah.
YouTube videos. They weren't that, like, it was all text based. If there was a tutorial, you had to read the entire thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a video that is so easy right now. So yeah,
Exactly.
it was. And then I got started from there, and then that was the journey. I mean,
Mhm.
after that, my my grades, I guess. I mean, no, I think my grades were fine, but like, but my attendance in
Mhm.
school, and I can still remember, even in college, it was like down to like, I wasn't attending college at all. I was playing games mostly. I played almost every game that came out during my college time, like almost every game.
Uh-huh. Yeah, in the beginning, you have to like research for your own, no, and read everything
Exactly,
for your own, and
exactly.
start from the scratch. That is like even yeah, it's more the story about you, about your beginnings is you have to struggle about, yeah, because now if you go to Google and search anything, you can find it, but maybe, yeah, in 1995 or something like that, is like only you and only your gains to get more knowledge about something and read exactly the full guide and everything. That is pretty boring maybe, and maybe not for you, but for everybody, or for people like don't like stay on this type of sector like gaming. Yeah, you have to start from the scratch, and it's like yeah, that's really really awesome. And
Yeah, I mean, it will be boring for somebody who's pushed to learn it, but for someone who wants to understand, like, I
yeah,
didn't even know when I sat and when I finished something, like I saw, like, it's okay, I spent like 15 hours just sitting in front of the computer. I didn't even know that, like, that that's happening, and that's how the time went with that.
mhm. Wow, that's really really nice. And then, yeah, because you start out the grade, you start the university, right? Or
Yeah, there was I mean, like, I didn't do anything related to gaming at that time.
mhm.
I did like, uh physics honors. That's like, I mean, I mean, it was easy for me a little bit, so I kind of took that
Mhm.
route. But then, like I said, I wasn't doing any of those college stuff. I was just playing games all the time. And and like you said, for you, I mean, for now, if I do that, people do understand like I'm doing like a research. But back then, people just thought I'm like, I'm just playing games. That's it. Like I'm just wasting time playing games. So yeah.
Yeah, it's something that it's something natural, right? It's not like nothing forced. You like start to game, start to play, and then you love it, you like it, everything, and start go farther, go farther, go farther until now, right?
Exactly.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. You're like, okay, you're coming from gaming environment and developer roles that maybe helps you to get more skills, right? Also, you need like for your job now, honestly, you need innate abilities as creation, abstraction, also methodology, design, imagination. uh, I think your job now is like a mix between design science and architecture, and be an artist. And yeah, I would like to know about how would you explain your skills? You think it's just hard work and spend like hours and hours and maybe trial and error and be better every single day, or you think also there are you have like innate skills and talent, like pure talent that you born as a Messi in soccer, for example? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
yeah, for you, what is your opinion about yourself about it?
I always tell people that I am not an artist. I don't know, like I am like, I see someone like Bob Ross. I don't know if you know that guy. Like he's like a pure artist. He sketch something and it will look fucking I'm sorry.
That's fine.
It's gonna look so good. I mean, I cannot do that, but for me it was like, yes, it was like like you said, it's like that I had to spend a lot of time, and it's a hit and trial thing. You keep spending time. That is what you have to do. But it wasn't, I mean, I didn't feel that when I was doing it, because for me it was, I can call myself like, and you can call I can be like an engineer. So I am like, but then what do you mean an engineer? So let's say if I'm making a world, I need to understand, like, let's say if I'm making a plant, I need to understand how the leaves like how those leaves move, and like how much light can that leaf scatter. So like if there's a backlight in it, and then how does all that work? Or if I'm making, let's say, a car, I need to understand completely how that car works. I did work on a drifting game, so I had to learn everything about drifting, about how the car works, and everything about the suspension. I did a lot of research about cars, and I did understand a lot of things about engines and everything. So I do all that stuff as well before making the game. I mean, like, even like while I'm making the game. So it is kind of interesting that I am trying to learn almost everything, but not like, again, I'm not going to be I cannot build a real car in life. Or like when we actually learned about making, how, like, I mean, when we make a character, I have like we had classes from, like, from actual I mean, we have to learn about the complete human anatomy, like how every bone structure and everything works. And when you pull a muscle, how does it change the shape and everything of the arm? So we have to learn everything. So if anything we do, we have to learn about it. So it's almost, you can say, it's not an art. I mean, I wouldn't that's why I call myself an engineer, maybe. So I have to learn about it. And then yes, I do have a little bit of that, what do you say, like, there is a little bit of a creativity in there
Yeah.
that I add of my own. So if I'm making maybe a space or anything, if I'm making an environment, you can spot that it's my world, because I will add something special in it, which is only like true to me. So I do that as well. But yeah, again, it comes down to learning about all the process, how things work inside the game. like inside the gaming world, inside the game engine. You have to learn the entire game engine, and that is like, for maybe for some people that could be a chore. I mean, like it could be, it could be something that it's like, it's a task. For me, it's not a task. It's just like learning to create everything. So like if I'm making a world where there are like big mountains and there's a river flowing underneath or something like that, so I'll have to imagine how the river would have flown down the entire place. And then if the river is flowing down, there must be leaves, there must be some sort of plants on the sides of it. And then I find some tools that will help me speed up the process. And that's how I do. And I create stuff. So it's kind of it's like making these worlds. It's almost like, I don't know, it feels like such a great thing. It's not only architecture, it's everything. So the sand, and then the water, the air, wind, everything, this effects. Then I have to make the character, then the light. Then if there is, I have to change the weather or something. It's kind of crazy, but I really love that kind of stuff. And like I said, again, I'm not doing it on a 2D screen. I'm doing it looking through a window. So it feels really, I mean, I like doing, I really love this work. So that is why I keep doing it.
When you have a passion, it's like, it's not a job. You never will never work again, because it's your passion. It's not a job for you. It's that you wake up and it's like, oh, I have to go again and work on this metaverse or do like these characters or no. For you, it's like it's innate. It's something like you love it, and that's it's passion, right? It's any
exactly
job,
exactly
passion, and it's a way that you become the best always in any job or any type of task. If you love it, is the way that you finally, or maybe in during the time, you become like the best on this, because you love it. It's not a job for you. That's really nice. And in your you work like alone, or you have team, or you prefer like do everything for your own to see, like double check that everything runs good, or you have also partners or people like maybe designers or someone more like help you in to create the metaverse, or create the different characters or scenarios, or how you, or it's only you working on your own?
Like most of the work you see on my channel is me. But there is some sort of work that I do need help with. So like right now that I'm working with D-City. I have a team of 2 more guys who are helping me build those 3D models. So what happens is, it's not always about, like, let's say, now if I want to make a chair, like if you say, Faraz, okay, make like 3,000 chairs. Now I can do that, obviously, but if there is a task and somebody needs it to be done earlier, and I already know how to make 1 chair, so I can do the 3,000, but it's just going to take time. So it's better to get like a few more people, and you can guide them. You can always tell them that this is what I need. So on that project, I am not doing that much of the 3D modeling, but I'm doing the rest of the stuff, which is placing the entire city, working with the day-night cycles, and making sure the performance is good. So I'm doing that stuff while the modeling is being handled by my team. I do have a team when it comes to heavy tasks. Like if, again, like I told you, if there's like 1,000 buildings or something like that needs to be done, obviously it's not one man's job. So I do need somebody for that. But if there is just like a single space, it just requires my art. Yes, I always prefer to do it my way and completely work alone, because then I know exactly where I'm heading with what I have. And sometimes if I'm working with somebody and I show them something, they say, okay, this looks good. And maybe even on the 10th day, I'll show them, okay, they'll say it looks good. But then on the 11th day is when everything comes together and it looks really good. So they're like, oh, whoa, this is completely looking different. I told them, because I tell them, I already have all of this in mind. It'll all come together like a block. when I assemble it. So I'm making the blocks all separately, and in the end, I'll just put it together, and then you'll see, oh, it looks totally different. So yeah, I this is why I like to work alone, because I plan everything in my head as I go.
Yeah, and more in this industry, right? Because you have to like work as a, yeah, as a like engineering, or even as a doctor, right? Everything is there for some reason, and if you touch something, maybe it doesn't work, or if you work like only you like make sure that everything runs properly and everything is doing well, and that's totally like understandable for sure. Yeah, even.
It is, but in the end, from what I know, it is not a good thing. This is called like micromanaging. It is not a good thing. I should try to do, but
Yeah.
again, when it comes to work like that, because maybe the guys who are working with me, they are not as like they really don't want to make it. They just maybe doing it for the money or something.
Mhm.
But for me, it's different. Like that is why sometimes when I work on a project, I don't even charge them on an hourly basis, because I know I'll be giving in insane hours, and then they'll be like, come on, man, you spent so much of our money. So I'm like, okay, I'll just like, it's better to just charge them a flat rate, and then I leave them. I mean, they leave me alone, and I just work. That's it. I mean, you can say since like January, since like the beginning of this year, there was a challenge that I won. It was on Mona, and it was like a Mona Renaissance challenge. I came first in that. Since then, I guess I have been sleeping 3 hours a day.
Wow.
So and it's not like I am tired or something like that. It's just that I just love work. I just keep working. I just
Yeah,
keep getting projects, and I keep working. That's it.
of course, yeah. This is on the short term, that's good, but on the long term, you have to rest. Not
Yeah,
all.
yeah. This is another thing that does happen with me sometimes, and it might happen with a few other artists as well. Like
Yeah.
there is almost like an hibernation period, like like a bear. So you have 6 months of crazy work, and then you go like sleep for 6 months or something like that. I don't know. Maybe that'll happen with me, but for now, the fire has been ignited,
Mhm.
and I don't see it stopping for some time. I mean, like I I know I haven't been sleeping all year, but again, I just can't stop working. I have
Yeah.
so many things, so many ideas like in my head, like that I want to get out right now.
Mhm. Yeah, maybe it's like a cycles or periods, but yeah, that's normal. Of course. And also, yeah, you mentioned like Mona, this city. Which are the projects are you involved now? Because I also check your website or your bio a little bit, and I see you're working now on yeah, Below Boarded Club, Andromeda Arena, Krowns CryptoCave, that I think is run through ICP too, RPM Sky Lounge, Mona Gallery, DCT, and yeah, I have two questions. Yeah, exactly. Your day is 24 hours, like the rest of the people, or you have more hours? No, that's a joke.
I always joke with this with everybody that I wish, like if I mean, I don't wish, obviously that'll be really bad, but
Mhm.
like some way, if a comet came really close to Earth, but it passed by in the opposite direction of the Earth's spin, so
Mhm.
what it would have what so the influence of the gravity from from that comet will actually slow down the Earth's time. So a day, instead of being like 24 hours, it'll be like 36 hours, and I'll be super happy.
Okay.
It's a joke. Obviously, I don't wish that'll happen. That'll
Yeah, I
be
don't know, of
insane. But I'm just
course.
saying, or I have more clones of myself. But then if I have a clone, you know, it's the clone will be enjoying the work, not me. So
Yeah, it's a maybe it's a clone. Yeah, yeah. Okay. And yeah, just explain a little bit, like a little bit more about the different projects, if it's possible. Just like a two or three comments. I know like it's pretty complex, every single project, but just for our yeah, our people that watch the interview or listen the interview, just have more idea about your different projects. What is exactly the Below Board Club, Andromeda Arena? All are metaverse, or is like NFTs, or what is exactly these different projects?
All right. So, okay, the Andromeda, the Below Board, and some of the other ones like you've seen, they are built on top of Mona. So Mona is a platform where you can build your own metaverse spaces, and it's based on Ethereum, I guess. It's based on ETH. So, and then once when you make it, you can mint it and you can sell these to people if you want, or you can keep it for yourself. But these will be spaces, and you can share these spaces with other people, and they can come and visit. So let's say if we build something like, again, so let me go back to the Below Board space. Now that is actually a comedy club that his name is Aaron Haber. He actually contacted me. So he is an ape, he has an ape. So his plan was to make a comedy club around his ape, and to do something. And he is a pretty OG comedian in the space. So he actually contacted me, and he kind of hired me for this. So I made a complete comedy club inside of the metaverse for him. So that is Below Board. And if you want to get in, they have a token, and there's a mint and everything. I'm not sure completely how all those details work, but if you try to visit the space, you will not be able to enter it unless you buy one of their tokens, which is, I think, 0.069 ETH. I guess less than $100 maybe. I'm not sure how much that is right now. Yeah. So yeah. So and then when you have the token, you have special access to the club, and you can do other things in there as well. If you are a comedian yourself and you want to broadcast your shows, you can contact Aaron over there, and then they can get in touch. And they have everything else in there, like a normal club will have, a normal comedy club, and all the features over there. So that's with him, and he's handling everything. You can add the link to the Below Board website, or maybe the Below Board Twitter, if anyone's interested. So that is a different thing. Then Andromeda is nothing right now. Andromeda is the space that I made for the challenge in January, which was held on the Mona verse, and I came first. So that space is also live. You can visit it anytime. You can actually do you can do a music concert in there. It's live. Anyone can go in, enter the space. Nice. So, and then I guess, okay, now the Krowns CryptoCave, that is actually my good friend Eric Crown. He's a trader, and he has a big channel on YouTube and everything. I mean, I've been friends with him since 2018. And on the 2nd of September, that is 3 days ago, both of our birthdays fall on the same day. So I kind of made Crypto Crowns Cave birthday party, and it was like a shared thing. So we had all our friends come in over there and celebrate it. It wasn't like a big, it wasn't a very long thing. Just was something good I wanted to create for him as well. And initially I made that room for him on ICP, and because on ICP right now it's only a viewing room. On Mona, we can have it like a birthday party, metaverse. So I transferred the assets just on Mona for now, and then it's right now it's live.
The Mona Gallery?
Yes, exactly. So on the Mona Gallery, you have tons of other spaces you can visit, and there are many other spaces over there. So I like to work on them with them right now, because they have this ability for me to create and then also share the space, and you and me can walk in the same space, talk to each other, chat, voice chat. So it's kind of a very good metaverse experience. And obviously, I like what they do, the way they handle it. It's all based on Unity. So I can pretty much export anything that I make inside of Unity in there. So yeah.
Okay.
It's really great.
Sounds really nice. Yeah. And for sure, I'm super fascinated and excited with the city project. The city has 2,500 unique virtual land plots on the ICP. Yeah. The metaverse is still under construction, but you can still buy the land plots. I had 3. I bought 3 through an entry.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, the largest.
So you should NFT. Yeah, we have a plan to make that an entire city where you can, for now, I think that we have split it in 4 phases. So phase 1, I guess, is going to be that you will be able to view the entire city with, like, with changing time and everything, time of day. And you can, in 3D, you can go and click on anyone's city and you can buy them, I guess. That's what we are planning. And it's like a pretty big project. And we have got almost all, I mean, I think all the plots are done. Now the only thing left is to build the remaining part of the city, the roads and everything, and to make them fit good, like how it's going to look, and look like a real, believable city with day night cycles and other stuff, other cool stuff. We want everybody on, like, on the ICP platform to experience this. It really is good. And the whole thing started with me making rooms on ICP, because ICP, I found there was something different about it. I kind of invest. I mean, I think I got the first air. We had an airdrop. If you are registered in 2018, I guess you got an airdrop for the ICP. I had registered for it, and I received the airdrop. And it wasn't much tokens. It was like 120 tokens or something like that. So, but it was very fascinating. The whole thing, like, it's different from Ethereum right now. I mean, on Ethereum, you can't do stuff like that. I mean, it's different. Like, I mean, even the stuff that is done on Mona Gallery is not exactly how it's on ICP. On ICP, it's open-ended. You can do anything you want, and it's running quite fast over there, and like the speeds and everything. So that kind of caught my eye right now. So that is why I'm working with DCity right now, do something on ICP, and I really want that to be superb.
Yeah, that exactly. I think it's maybe like a unique project, and I'm pretty looking forward to see what is the results on the when everything is finished. For sure, now people can buy the plots on Entrepot. Entrepot is the largest NFT marketplace on the Internet Computer blockchain. It's developed by Tonic Labs. You can go to Entrepot and buy plots, and it's pretty interesting. Also, I see like with the city, we have seen different announcements. For instance, the acquisition of IC Vibesters. IC Vibesters is a collection of 5,000 avatars on ICP, and partnership with ICP Link to distributing the crypto Ghost to all wallets holding Vibesters. And just for finish, because we have like 2 minutes more, but just for know exactly what is the next update, or what is you think when the project is like distributing everything now, and what is for you the next steps for this project for the city, and yeah, more or less for you, what is your expectations for this project, when you think it's finished, or when you think is for the distribution of the lands, or talk us a little bit more about the next steps for the city.
I wouldn't be able to speak much about it, because there is somebody who is handling the entire project. His name is Danny. I'm right now on Discord. I'm telling him about this. He's psyched. He's like, whoa, okay, cool. But like, again, I would like to say that all the 3D models of all the NFTs are done. That is out of the way. Now we are trying to building the city, and you can say, like, 25% is done, and we just have to bring it all together. So, and I would say somewhere by November or something, but again, don't quote me on that, like, because once when we build the city, I will be doing extensive, like, QA, and I will be doing a lot of testing to make sure it runs good and there are no issues. Only then we will launch it. So hopefully, if everything runs great, should be, but it's pretty soon. I think we should have it done by the end of the year.
Of course,
hopefully.
Yeah, maybe 2023 we can see like a good news, and yeah, that's all. Thank you so much for stay with us, Faraz Mobin. You are one of the best, yeah, like architects in the Web3 world and metaverse, and I'm really appreciate your time. I know you are pretty busy, And yeah, thank you so much for stay here with us and share a little bit more your knowledge and your experience. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Javier.